Level 1, the Commando recruit. You're 19 years old. A clerk in London handed you a paper that changed your life without asking permission. Now you're at Achnacarry in Scotland. Cold rain cuts through your uniform like it was never designed to protect you. Your pay is 7 shillings a day, but you don't think about money anymore. You think about surviving the next hour. They don't call you soldier here. They call you a trainee. You run hills with a pack that feels heavier every day. You crawl through mud under live fire exercises. Someone screams next to you and doesn't get up. You learn silence fast. Not because they teach it, but because survival demands it. Level 2. Trooper. You're 20. You've earned the green beret, but it doesn't feel like victory. It feels like being marked. Now you are sent across the channel in the dark. No fanfare, no music. Just engines cutting through black water. You land in occupied France at night. Your boots sink into enemy soil. Your job is sabotage. You carry explosives in silence. You learn to move without sound. Even your breath feels dangerous. You don't sleep properly anymore. Every shadow looks like a rifle. Promotion comes because others didn't make it back from the last raid. Level 3. Corporal. You're 21. Now 3 men look at you in silence before every movement. You don't feel like a leader. You feel like a delay between death and order. Your missions are deeper now: rail lines, bridges, fuel depots. You plant charges under German supply routes while listening to boots above you. Sometimes you have to wait inside buildings with enemy soldiers sleeping on the floor above. You count their breathing to stay calm. You learn fear doesn't disappear. It just becomes background noise. Level 4. Sergeant. You're 22. 8 men under your command. Each one trained for silence, destruction, and disappearing. Your pay is still minimal, but your responsibility is not. You operate behind enemy lines for weeks at a time. No resupply, no backup, only what you carry and what you steal. In the Normandy countryside, before D-Day, you mark targets for future invasion. German patrols pass within meters of you. One cough, one mistake, and your entire unit ceases to exist. You stop believing in luck. You start believing in timing. Level 5. Staff Sergeant. You're 24. You've survived raids most units never hear about. Now you coordinate multiple teams. Operations are no longer simple sabotage. They are layered: destroy, confuse, delay, and disappear. You watch men you trained not return from missions you planned. Intelligence calls it success. You call it silence. You sleep in ditches, barns, and forests, sometimes for 20 minutes, sometimes not at all. You begin to forget what home even felt like. Level 6, Second Lieutenant. You're 25, commissioned from enlisted ranks because too many officers didn't come back. Now you lead entire commando sections. You still carry a rifle, but now you also carry maps that decide where men vanish. France is no longer territory. It is a grid of danger. Every village could be occupied. Every farmhouse could be a trap. You speak French when needed, German when necessary, and silence when required. You realize leadership here means being the first name on casualty lists. Level 7. Captain. You command a commando troop. Dozens of men trained for destruction behind enemy lines. You are used for operations conventional armies cannot survive. You raid coastal batteries before invasions. You destroy radar stations that no one admits exist. You operate in Norway, France, and North Africa, always behind, always unseen. Your men stop asking how long missions last. They only ask if there is a way out. Most times there isn't. Level 8, Major. You're 30. Now you plan operations instead of just executing them. You study coastlines, rail systems, and German movement patterns. Every decision you make sends small groups of men into enemy territory, knowing many will not return. You don't see the explosions anymore. You see reports, coordinates, results. The distance between you and the battlefield grows, but the weight does not decrease. It increases. Level 9. Lieutenant Colonel. You command entire commando formations. Hundreds of men trained in silence and death. You are part of planning major operations that shape invasions. Dieppe taught everyone what happens when planning fails. You remember the reports, beaches turning red, units destroyed in hours. Now every order you give carries that memory inside it. You start measuring success differently. Not by victories, by how many men come back at all. Level 10. Colonel. You are no longer in raids. You are the system behind them. You coordinate across theaters, from Norway's frozen cliffs to the French coast to North African desert sabotage routes. You approve operations that never appear in official histories. Men move because you sign papers. Men disappear because you understand timing better than anyone else. The war ends, but you don't feel like it ended cleanly. Because somewhere in your mind, you still see small groups of green berets moving through darkness, waiting for silence, waiting for orders, waiting for the moment history never records, the moment just before survival becomes impossible. The whole journey is unimaginably difficult. Stay in touch to learn more. Like, subscribe, and share.